Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we're gonna be drawing Eustass Captain Kid from One Piece, and if you have seen the recent episodes after Wano, you will know that he has been utterly defeated by Shanks and Shanks' crew. So what I want to talk about today is that I don't think Kid story is over with this, and how do I think this is gonna happen, or they are gonna actually do it. So I'm gonna try to do like a nice pose with this spiky hair like this. This is just for reference, but do something like this. Let's find more or less a nice shape. Obviously you all know that I always take a little bit of license with the style, always doing it a little bit more cartoony, so yeah, something like this can be very interesting. And I want to make the arm this, maybe something like this, it can be nice. Okay, all of these are gonna be pieces of metal later. So basically what I wanna talk about Kid is, I don't think he is over. Yes, he's been destroyed, but Oda gave him such a importance during the whole story in Wano, in Shabondi, with the defeat of Big Mom, or taking out Big Mom from the from the scene as well. I think what's gonna happen with him is we're gonna see him once we arrive in Elbaf, because he is the person who introduced the man marked by flames. If you have seen my previous video about this man, I talk about being a Scooper Cabana, and why this could be. Please go and check out this one first, and so you can understand the full scope of what what I'm trying to explain today. So basically, I think Gaban is some sort of trader with wood, with the Adam tree wood, and Kid is aware because he's in the underworld as well. He was one of these brokers that we see when the smile thing happens in Punk Hazard Saga, and how he's in this underground, he knows who is moving in the underground, or at least some of these characters moving in the underground, and basically Scooper, I think, is one of them. Now we see this scene when they pick different paths, and they go. Kid is sent to Elbaf. Okay, Kid is sent to Elbaf. Shanks is leaving. Kid is gonna kill people because he's famous for killing people, but we actually haven't seen that, and I think Oda is trying to show us this in this moment when Shanks actually destroys him with one attack. Destroys him, the ship, everything, all of them are floating in the sea. So he's completely eradicated basically here. And it is really funny in the sense of Kid has been pumped as the character. He's been pumped as the character, the stronger than Luffy the whole time. We don't see that. We don't see that in Wano, but since Shabondi, he had 315 million. Luffy had 300 million. And they said, the narrator in that moment, Oda in that moment, said he had a little bit more than Luffy because he was actually killing people, basically, not regarding life and killing everyone. So I think that is a very interesting point to see, that I have as well with Ruchi. We as a reader, we actually haven't seen any of these guys killing anyone, and it is a little bit expected. So I was expecting Kid to kill someone any moment, and it didn't happen so far. So I think when we get to meet this person that holds the last road poneglyph, the last red poneglyph, the only one that we are missing, and as well, if this connection with Gold Roger and Scopper Caban, it is gonna happen, and Kid was aware. I think this may be the character that finds, in one of these tradings moving up and down with the wood, finds Kid floating with Killer and the rest of the crew in the sea, in the middle of the sea, next to Elbaf, and he kind of takes care of them, heals them, and everything. I think this is something that in a very similar way to what we see in Pirates of the Caribbean, when the whole story happened in the first movie, and Barbossa we see when we go to see Calypso, this in which form she is healing him. We have this character there that is being healed, and then he comes back to life. I see something similar to that with Kid, and this guy taking care of him, this Copper Caban taking care of him, because he realizes that this super strong character, it's a John Link, it's new generation and all these things, and yeah, so he's gonna take him. I think he's gonna take him, he's gonna heal him, and we will see Kid again, but just as a support character. He maybe has a smaller role towards Elbaf or towards the end of the story, or he's gonna take out someone on the side, kind of, he's gonna be a barrier that he's gonna defend Luffy from someone because he opens his eyes. This is the thing that happens always with Luffy's enemies, that they end up being his friends or his colleagues, like Law in this case, for example. And yeah, basically all of them. And what I think with Kid may happen is that the crew gets healed very quick, and he's unconscious, and then we have this Copper Caban and the rest of the crew plus Scopper Caban himself taking care of Kid. That can be a very interesting thing for Kid. So we see a strong character like him decimated. I don't think, this has looked like a little thing here, I don't think we will see how can I say, a moment when Shanks is just for the show, like we have seen, that Shanks destroys the ship, destroys the full crew and everything, and he goes and that's it. I don't think Oda wrote Kid just to be destroyed in this moment, and I understand he wants to hype, and at that moment, because the Red movie and everything, he wanted to hype a little bit Shanks, but we have seen that Kid is very, very resistant, and one of the first examples is with the fight with Big Mom and the fight with Kaido and everything. He takes several hits directly from both of the Jonkos, and he's at the end of the story standing there fighting and everything. Obviously, yes, he says, "Oh, I'm at the end of my things as well, like Law, this is my last attack," like Law is saying the whole time, but he manages. So I'm very curious about what's gonna happen with him going forward, and this will be a way to kind of bring him back to the story without having to do a major act. Let's say it like this, major act. But yeah, now he is friend of Luffy. He's friend of Luffy, and I think Luffy can't go against Shanks because he destroyed Kid. Because Kid is like Ace. Kid is like all the rest of the pirates, that he has his own decisions, and he's fighting for what he wants, and he wants to go for the One Piece as well, and he wants to be everything like Luffy. So I don't think Luffy is gonna take, let's say, revenge or anything like that because of anything like this. So let's do some. Kid uses the magnetic power to fight and everything. I am not gonna. This is the arm is formed by pieces. So what I'm gonna do is kind of something, you know, a little bit random here. Like it's like different types of things, and maybe this is like that, and I don't wanna kind of take exact reference from a specific attack, because every single time that we see these pieces on the arms and everything, they are different. They are different. So let's see. Let's see with this what we can do, and it's gonna be something nice like this. A little bit freestyle, let's say. Okay. I want to kind of making him in protection position, like he has been hit. Maybe I do a little bit of blood everywhere because he's in the fight. Maybe he can be fighting Big Mom here, or he can be fighting Shanks, or I don't know. Really interesting thing, just to have more or less a recap about Kid. We have this super famous scene that he's compared to Luffy. So Oda in Shabondi is telling you these three guys in the auction house, Kid, Law, and Luffy are the ones that I'm gonna be playing during the New World, at least at the beginning of the New World, and that's what he does. And then we have these moments when yeah, so they fight a little bit, etc. And what happens with Kid going forward is that he ends up, when we see him in Wano, he has been as well destroyed by Kaido. We see him destroyed by Kaido there, and he's in prison and everything, and they start interacting together again. So Kid has been always represented as a very, very bad guy, but I don't see him with the importance that he should have. I still think that he needs, let's say, his famous act. Let's say his famous act for what he's gonna be known. I don't think it happened yet. Gonna do like, this is a tube here, like this. Some of the characters, as you see, I do more with more ease, and some other characters are more with the lines more clean and everything. This is gonna be one of those. It is more sketchy because the whole concept of the arm and the metals. Okay, something like this. Then it needs to, the cape needs to go on top. Like this, yeah. Okay. This is on Mel Metal from Pokemon, because if you have the mangas at home and you pay attention to the first times that he transforms and he uses these attacks with the arm and everything, in every single panel Oda draws a little Pokemon Metal, and it is really funny. It's one of those things that Oda does that you need to find, and at the beginning when he introduced the character, it was so nice to try to find it and everything. So I'm just doing a little one here. That if someone actually doesn't watch the video, you don't know that this is gonna be here, like Oda actually does. Okay, so we have more or less, let's do some kind of straight lines, like it's kind of coming from there, from him, like this, some square pieces and so on, like this. Okay, so as I was saying, Kid in the new world shows up without arm, and everyone is like, oh my god, what happened to this such a strong character to have to lose an arm and everything. Oh, it's been the Akagami is red hair, the red hair pirates, I don't know, Shanks has done this, but actually it is confirmed by Usopp's father, actually, that they are talking in a couple of episodes ago, and he's asking for Shanks, and Ben Beckman is talking, blah blah blah, and then Usopp's father says, actually, we all know why Kid is upset with us, Ben, and it is basically because he is the one who took the arm. So imagine the feeling of you being the strongest supernova, going recklessly to attack one of the Jonkos, and that one of the guys working for the Jonko, or the first in command of the Jonko, not even the Jonko himself, is the one who destroys you. And that must be very frustrating for someone like Kid. And I think that's why as well he kind of joins forces with Luffy against his will, because he doesn't want at the beginning, but he ends up playing along, because we have all these experiences that he had already in the new world that we don't know what actually happened, because he has been actually 2 years while Luffy was training. He was 2 years in the new world, and during this whole time all these things happened. So obviously he knows his limits. Let's do this part as bit like this. And the alliance was the appropriate thing to do there. I don't think Oda has showcased his power how it should be, as strong as it should be, fighting with Big Mom or fighting with Kaido, to be honest. He is really cool and he looks really nice and everything is really cool, but I think he's been actually cut down a little bit to give more importance to Luffy. Maybe he could have caused much more destruction in Onigashima if we would have had the focus on him, to be honest. I'm not saying with this that I disagree with Oda's decision or anything. I'm just saying that maybe his power was a little bit wasted, and we could have seen more things about him. That's why my opinion about him showing up again now may be important. Maybe someone that we don't want, someone even like let's say CP or someone like this, can show up, and he's the one that is gonna have to, in the background, without Luffy realizing, save Luffy and help Luffy with this. And that can be very interesting, because you will give him a little bit of rolling elbow that you don't expect, that no one expects. Okay, and it can be very interesting, like not a redemption act, but just to see him doing a little bit something else, you know what I mean? Let's do some metal pieces flying around. One here, another one maybe here, some screws, maybe a knife there as well, because it's taking everything. Like this. Maybe a little bit more here. It's just to create a little bit of this dynamism. This is flying around. Just kind of building the pieces there. Okay, like this. Another. It can be like this is loose, because he's coming now this way. Okay, and as you see, it's just a couple of doodles here to kind of create this effect. Okay. I think the arm is kind of done. Let's now focus a little bit on the part of the glasses on the top. I will do this. I don't want to do it too big either. So yes, I was saying before, so basically Kit is the person who introduced the man marked by flames. He knows this person, and I think only because of this, that's kind of fresh info that is telling me when you as a reader meet this man marked by flames, Kid will be there. Kid will be there, not in an important role, but he needs to realize. I mean, Luffy at some point needs to realize as well that his, let's say, his mentor, his aspiration, his reason to be a pirate has destroyed the dreams, and how strong is he. If the idea, I don't think, as you see, if you see my video about Shanks, I don't think Oda is gonna make us see Luffy meeting Shanks. I don't think we will see them. But if he wants to make you believe that this is gonna happen at some point, this is a good way of doing it. Having a new friend of Luffy, this guy, okay, being destroyed by the mentor, and Luffy having to think, oh man, actually Shanks is very strong, what I'm gonna do when I meet him, how I'm gonna defeat him. So let's see, Kid has these eyes, these crazy eyes like this, like it's a small dot there, and then the line, and then it has this wavy type of nose, and very, very thin like Nico Robin. Yeah, we will make him a little bit. It has full of scars as well. I think what happened with Kid is basically that Ben Beckman, before he was able to get close to them, from the distance he shot at him, and he just, you know, ripped half of his body, ripped the full arm, scratched the full face, half of the body, and led him to yeah, a little bit with no business for a while, to be honest. Let's do, this is the hair here, and then we have one ear, and the lips, because he's always with the lips like this. Okay. Yep. I like this, is nice. As I said, this is gonna be a little bit of interpretation. It's gonna be my own kit, let's call it like that. My own Eustass kit. Okay, some hair here. Just a little bit of this kind of flamey hair. This whole concept of the colors and having him being red with like Shanks as well. It's a really interesting connection for the characters, like red defeats red with color theory and everything. Like, you know that we have always with Luffy and the group, they represent some colors, and those colors are always kept the same. And it's interesting, like having Shanks being red and Kid being red, one is taking over the other. But I think when Shanks is eliminated by Blackbeard, please go and check my Blackbeard video as well, and my Shanks video as well, and you will see that's gonna happen soon, I think. Then you will see Kid coming back a little bit to the story. So we keep having this red color, that at the same time Luffy is red color as well. And yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. If you have seen the video, as I said before, about the man marked by flames, and I talk a little bit about law as well, with the video about what's gonna happen with law. The last video I put last week about X-Drake, what happens with law, and I think this kind of secondary characters that are helping Luffy are meant to do a little bit more. Let's do this full chest like this open. They are meant to do a little bit more soon, and that's why I think even if they have been completely destroyed by other Jonkos, they will come up again. They will come up again, and they need to do this this extra. I don't know how to call it, but this extra accomplishments. I think Law is gonna give Luffy some info about Blackbeard that he's not gonna be interested in. And I think Kid is gonna as well give him some info about Shanks when they meet. I always thought this character, it reminds me a lot to the Bellamy saga and the gorillas and everything, and I will make a video soon about only about Bellamy, but I want to believe in some sense that this character Kid wasn't existing and all this was prepared for Bellamy, and how the story elongated and the story wasn't gonna be for 5 years anymore, was gonna be for many years, as we are like on the 27th year already. Oda slowly introduced new characters like this guy and put some of these traits and things that Bellamy had in this guy. But I will go into all of this in another video. But basically only for that, I believe Kid is not done yet. So let's do the cape. The cape is cape like this here. We're gonna make it up to here like this, okay? And then all of this is this type of hair in the cape that this guy. So I don't know what was the thing with the capes, but all of them are having this kind of cape, like hairy cape. Okay, let's do this. Okay. And the bottom of the cape as well, like this. Then we will paint later a little bit with a little bit of dark. Okay. I think this is looking really nice. Let's fill some gaps for this kind of trousers that he has. I'm looking forward to see the Kid that was introduced at the beginning. And as I said before, it happens as well with Orochi. The Kid is famous because he will kill his enemies. And we haven't seen that yet. Not even in this saga of let's make the mouse cursor very big. Not even in this saga of Kaido we have seen him actually killing anyone, and it is a surprise for me. I know it's a shonen and Oda won't kill any character, only the necessary ones, but I think it's missed a little bit. You need to, if you introduce a character as an assassin like these guys, like Orochi, it is nice to see them doing something like this, like eliminating some of the other characters, and let's see if we are able to see something like that. At least maybe when he recovers in Elbaf, maybe he can take out someone important. I may hope it's something related to the CP0, because to be honest, I didn't understand much why Oda would put Kid to fight against Big Mom that easy. Like, okay, I'm gonna give this guy Big Mom and that's it. There's no connection there that I make for the story, to be honest. Let's paint this a little bit black. I would have preferred to Kid to attack Kaido directly and cause some damage that, as we see, Kaido is able to recognize, like, oh my god, Kid is strong, Law is strong, Zoro, Killer, so kind of these guys are strong. Cause him a little bit of damage, like we see, and not focusing in the Big Mom part, because for me, not even Law, I understand he wanted to do this massive war, but for me not even Law had the importance, because everyone is waiting and expecting Luffy to be the one who defeats Big Mom as well, because the promise made in Eugene Island and everything. So I think it's been a little bit controversial, this topic, so let's see how is he gonna be handling these 3 supernovas going forward, because we know that he took them out of the main story already once they are defeated, and let's see lore-wise how are they introduced. Wait a little bit up. I think it's looking interesting, it's looking nice. This is another type of drawing. I was drawing more static poses the whole time, but I think I want to be testing a little bit and trying this type of drawing, how it looks as well. That a little bit more with doing a pose, doing an action or something, and this kid is crouching down. Let's close this a little bit. Yeah, let's make some blood there. Okay. The cape is gonna be dark as well, so it's gonna be red dark in a second as well. But yeah. Okay, let's do as well this arm. This is the only one that he has. Like this. Okay, I can even do here a little bit more. Okay, something like this. And just paint a little bit as well the nails. Okay. I love this character. I love Kid, and I love the moments that he has, and I love this kind of rivalry with Luffy. Once we always had Luffy dreaming and being the dreamer and everything, and when we go to Shabondi and we see the supernovas and this guy is introduced, we see another dreamer, but a radical one and a dangerous, like dangerous for the common people, common folk and everything. And it is really interesting because so far we only seen Blackbeard having this type of a speech, and then we see a little bit Boggy as well doing the same, Crocodile. So these guys are introduced slow, but they stay in the what is the main characters of the story. And obviously Kid has since the whole Wano and Shabondi and everything happened, he's one of the main characters now. But it's very interesting for me, this whole concept of the dreams. Let's make it like the arm. It has some empty pieces. Like I'm gonna do this part is gonna be cape as well, and this too. Like the arm is coming together. Something like this is putting the arm together, collecting the pieces like this. Yeah, something like this can be nice. Okay, I think it can be interesting as well if Kit is gonna be out of commission for a while, and we see these scenes where the crew is taking care of him, or Scopper Caban is taking care of him, etc. That maybe Killer is a very interesting character, a very nice character, very nice power, and the whole concept in Wano as well, and the vice captain and how strong he is, and being in the rooftop as well, like Zorro. So Oda is telling us this guy is at Zorro's level, kind of. He's defeated by Zorro, but you know, he's telling you this character is very strong, so it could be very nice for the dynamics to see him taking a little bit of responsibility with the crew, and maybe talking his opinions, commanding a little bit, or maybe he's been portrayed as the clever of that crew, and the wise, let's say the wise, and he's calming down when he does the alliance. He's calming down Kid so he doesn't fight, and when they meet Luffy and everything, he's calming down the whole time. And then we see this very strong brotherhood that he has with Killer, that even when he is liberated from Udon and everything, he says, I'm not gonna live here until I find Killer and my crew. So this camaraderie, this nakama, he has that aspect covered. It's not like Blackbeard. That Blackbeard, they are just like a business. They are like together because they have the same goal or similar goal. These guys are like Luffy. They are nakamas. They are brothers. If you see, there's a SBS that was revealed a couple of months ago about Kid's past. That basically they were from a place that it was divided in 4 areas, and these younglings, these kids, were the leaders of these gangs, these bad guys in different areas. And apparently Kid was in love, or these guys were in love with a girl from there, and the girl died because this mafia controlling the area. So they took over this territory and they became pirates. So the 4 kids, him, Killer, the other one is Hit, and the other name slipped my mind, but these 4 guys in the crew, they actually came together to defeat these mafia people, and they were able to take control of the area. And after that, how they become something famous, they become pirates, and they went to travel and everything to the Grand Line, to the New World, etc. So this sentiment and this feeling of brotherhood is very, very Luffy, and I like it's very nice. So because of this, it can be very interesting if we see a little bit of Killer taking care of Kid like proper. Let's 1 second have a look. 1, 2 is looking nice so far. Okay, let's start adding some colors here. Like we painted in red, but we wanna do this red, and then I think adding reds and blacks, this is gonna be looking much better. As I've been saying lately in the videos, I'm enjoying a lot doing these videos, talking theories about One Piece and many characters and what's gonna happen next and what's the story of this guy, what's the story of the other one. Please go a little bit and check out my other videos so you understand when I talk about something that is connected with something else. I like to do these videos when I'm talking about Law, but I'm connecting with another character, and then talking about Kid connecting with someone else, and my videos are kind of connected, so that's why I always try to recommend watch this one first, or watch this one and after this go to watch the other one, because I always try to explain and go a little bit in depth. That's what I normally do when I talk about theories, not in the videos. Like when I normally talk about theories, I will explore the whole world and the whole idea about how other characters can interact with this one, for example, to make the theory real. And I've been wanting to do this channel for a very long time, and it's been really nice. So I hope you are enjoying the videos and liking the videos as well. And I have plenty of more theories and more ideas about what's gonna happen with all of these guys, so I will try to keep posting slowly as much as I can. And yeah, I hope you keep enjoying it, and feel free to comment as well, and if you think I'm wrong with something, just say it in the comments and let's open discussion. Let's create a little bit of interaction and communication there, because it's very nice. It's very nice. I'm having a very nice time. So let's add some contrast with the green here with the floor, and some blacks here as well, and the gray for the arm is gonna make it pop a little bit. Okay. Yeah, feel free to write a little bit down below what you think about Kid, and if this theory is too crazy about him coming up soon and him being taken care of by Scopper Gaban, by Killer a little bit. I think Scopper will fish them out from the sea, and he's gonna be taking care of them until they heal. And by the time Eket is done, the group, Killer's group, Kid's group, it's already healed. And it's moving around the island, moving around Elbaf a little bit, in a second plano, let's say, in a second in the background. And then when Luffy arrives and he meets the man marked by flame, maybe he may even be guided by Killer, that Killer takes a little bit the command and uses his first in command position to kind of point Luffy like, oh, actually, we need your help. We have Kid in this situation. Scopper Gaban, or the man marked by flames, is helping us. And Killer is kind of in that attitude of, we don't want to have nothing to do with the red poneglyph, just help. Do you have a doctor? You have Chopper who cured the Ice Oni. Can Chopper actually have a look to Kid and help him? And Luffy may be even a little bit upset, like, who did this? Oh no, Shanks actually did this. And you can have this a little bit moment of epiphany, like kind of like Shanks did this, man, he's strong, I can't wait to meet him, and something like this. It can be interesting for building up a meeting of Luffy and Shanks that I think it's never gonna happen. If you check my other videos, you will understand why I don't think it's gonna happen. Because we want that sadness. We want that sadness of, we want to cry, like we cry many times with One Piece, and we don't want to see. We don't want to see it easy, and that's why I think. Let's do the top a little bit. That's why I think we don't see that reunion, and I think Eustass Kid can be a very interesting conduit to kind of guide us towards this point, that they realize that okay, Shanks is a real enemy. Shanks is a dangerous person, more now that he's been speaking about going towards the One Piece, to take the One Piece for himself. So if he has said that, kind of Oda is introducing Shanks as a rival, and he's doing damage to one of Luffy's friends. I think as well Shanks will stop by. He will stop by Bartolomeo, and he needs as well to destroy him for this kind of interactions to be able to be worthy of Jonko time. He needs to destroy Bartolomeo because he burned his flag and put Luffy's flag there, and yeah, so all these things need to happen in order of Luffy and the audience, us, to think, okay, when these two guys are gonna meet, they are gonna fight a lot. But then the whole story with Blackbeard happens, I explained in the previous video, and Shanks dies. I think Shanks dies before all of this happens. Let's add a tiny bit of yellows, because he always have some pieces of metal pieces. This metal here, it's as well a little bit of yellow. Yeah, with some little bit of different colors here, there. There's some beads. The trouser in this character is a little bit yellowish as well, so we will paint it like this. Yeah. I like it very much when Oda does this kind of character with super broken power that you don't know how Luffy may defeat if they fight 1-to-1, for example, and then how, like, Law could be an enemy, Kid could be an enemy, but they end up being friends, they help each other, they do these things, they do the other things, and I like these kind of interactions. And this whole supernova idea, it reminds me a little bit as well to the Crocodile group, when some of them end up helping Luffy later, like Mr. Chu and Crocodile now, and Buggy as well now, and everything. So let's see how all of this is gonna end up. Maybe I add a little bit of blue, probably, to add some other colors here. Okay, it's looking nice. I think it's looking nice. I like it. Yeah. And this is a cool piece of kind of goldy metal that is flying around. This as well. Okay, let's add some use a little bit of brown to define the skin a little bit. Paint a little bit the stones here. Okay, and we will paint maybe with pink the inside. This is supposed to be, so you understand, because there's many lines here for the doodle. There's supposed to be the neck here, and there's the chest is there, and then the chest will finish here. This will be chest, this will be chest, and then we have here the abs as well, and here the abs. These are the trousers already, so we need to paint a little bit more yellowish, and even we can keep adding these kind of shapes that make this texture. Okay, good, looking good. And then this is like a something that he's having here. It is hanging there. We will paint it brown as well. It's brown. It has one here on the top, and one on the other side. And now we do this. Okay. Let's do a little bit more there. Let's find another. I have this darker color of red. I have this this one and this one, that they have a little bit of brown as well. So we can actually add like this, and like this. You see how it pumps the color a little bit. This is really nice. It's not red, it's red with a little bit of brown. And I know the cape is fully red, but it can be interesting if we add maybe, I have this pink, some dashes of pink to give a little bit of different tone with the hair. It can be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking nice like this. Okay. And this one as well. It's looking really nice at the moment. Let's add some pink details, like this side of the face is all burned, and I think I would like to define a little bit more this area, like that's the face, that's burned, that's burned as well, and then the ear, we have it there. Let's bump a little bit this as well, up like this. He's smiling, he's happy of the fight. Okay. And brown. Here. This is supposed to be gray. The top. Let's add a little bit of black then, if it is gray. Okay. And as you all know, I always like to add some black like this to make a little bit of contrast. It's kind of, he moved the arm like this to protect himself, and at the same time with the other one is kind of grabbing everything that is flying around and doing this kind of circle, and the pieces are coming together. I think I need a bigger piece there to kind of understand the motion of this. And if you see, we see the pieces of the cape there, because we don't have arm, so we have, this is the other sleeve, and we have here one sleeve and the other sleeve. We can make a little bit here the arm, but there's no arm actually, it is just like this. And then these pieces. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna be, how readable it's gonna be with the video, but the concept is this. We have these pieces there as well, flying. And yeah, I think I need here a bigger piece like this. These are metal pieces that are flying. Okay. Nice, yeah. I think we got it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of some lines here, like the veins of the neck, and here the chest as well. Let's clean up a little bit this line and make the part of the hair here that I didn't paint, but it's looking nice. And the eyes are a little bit red as well, I think. Let's paint the eyes in red. Yeah, like this. I really like the attacks that he's been using with the awakening as well and everything. Let's see if we can see a little bit more of that, because it's with the magnetic fields and everything. It was very interesting, so I'm looking forward to learn more in how it works. And as we always do, let's do some overlines on top to pump, because when we are painting with the color pencils, it's actually hiding the line. So at least with this, yeah, we can show this, the fingers as well. I don't remember if he had any kind of things. I think he had, like, yeah, let's do it with this yellowish. I think he had some kind of, oops, had some metals here. Let's do some of these metals, like gold or something, like. Yeah, I think it had a couple there. Need to paint more pink, because the neck is all burned as well and destroyed and yeah. Okay, and then the trousers are darker for me, and this part too, and this part too. Yeah, I think Kid needs to kind of build a reason to be after this and after the defeat. So probably we will see him soon, very soon, helping Luffy after he recovers with Copacabana in Elbaf. And in this moment, he's gonna have to defeat or hold someone to let Luffy pass towards the next goal or towards the next step with other stronger or more important characters like Crocodile or even Law and with Zorro and everything. So yeah, as I've been saying the whole time, feel free to comment, subscribe, like, share it with your friends, write comments about this is correct, this is not correct, Oda said that, Oda said the other. Let's make theories in the comments, like let's argue about everything as well, and let's see if we can find together the One Piece. And yeah, I'm enjoying a lot making these videos, and I'm gonna keep doing more and more, and I hope you like it. And that doesn't mean we need to agree in what's gonna happen with One Piece, but feel free to share your opinions, and let's open discussion and debate, and yeah. So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Yep.